Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today we don't have any crazy farming guides, builds, all that sort of stuff. Today I would like to talk to you guys about what my plans are for 3.8 and what I really think is important for you guys to know about it. The most important thing for you guys to know is that the league has actually been announced. No working title yet. It's 3.8 and it's supposed to launch on the 6th of September. So that's in about a month. This means that Legion will start dying. It always does. The last month of a league, you have 2 good weeks, and then the last 2 weeks just trash. The official announcement is going to be on the 20th of August, where we get the name of the league and all that sort of stuff. But they have told us a couple of things which, in my opinion, are pretty interesting. So what they've said is there's not going to be a trade overhaul. For those of you who actually did want one, that's probably going to suck ass, you know, but that's the way it is. Only thing I can say is that there's 3 points they really wanted to clarify. Number 1 was they are going to work on some of the order core features from other leagues to make those better, like Betrayal. It's now going to be account wide, stuff like that. Another thing is they are going to tweak all these little things. They are going to fix bugs as always and work on a new league feature, right, like Monolith. Concerning all the content that's going to be added when 3.8 actually launches, I don't think we can expect anything like Legion. Legion had loads of new content. I think they're going to focus more on the bug fixes and the tweaks in the content that already exists. And I think that's partly because they're working on 4.0 as well. So at this point, I think they're going to shy away from adding all the content they come up with to the current state of the game. And they're actually going to push all that content back a bit. Because let's face it, if they have a good enough expansion with enough content that's 4.0, they're going to take on Diablo, and I think Path of Exile is on track to win that. But I don't think it would be in their best interest to keep pushing out updates like Legion and make us used to that much content in an update, because then even if they have loads of content, I think it's going to be a bit of a bummer for people when 4.0 comes out anyway, because they're like, this might be 3 times as much as Legion, or 3.8 if they do that. But it's not as much as I expected, and it's not going to be as much playable content as Diablo 4. So people will still check out Diablo 4 even if 4.0 is a very good expansion, if it doesn't feel as fresh as a new game like Diablo 4. I think it's a utopia for the guys to think at GGG that people are not going to try Diablo regardless of the state of 4.0. But I think there's a couple of people who, after the shock of Diablo 3, they are very skeptical already, and I do actually genuinely believe that there's a couple of people that are like, no, Diablo's done for me. If PoE 4.0 is good enough, I'm not even going to bother with Diablo. Guys, let me know what you think about that little point I just made, because I'm actually very curious if you guys want to see Diablo 4 or PoE 4.0. That's about all I can say about 3.8 right now. Unfortunately, we don't know much more than that. It does bring us to the point though, like I said, Legion is going to die, and as you guys might not know, the last month of a league for me, it loses its shine, and I do not like working on too many builds in the last couple of weeks, because something might change in 2 weeks time from when I finish the build, and it's going to be not completely worthless for you guys, because most builds stay somewhat viable, but I'd like to bring the best builds. So the only build I'm working on right now is a Arc Witch. I'm not completely sure how that's going to go yet, but I'm thinking of making one sort of build for endgame and then another one for farming monoliths, and I think that's going to be still released on the channel before the leagues end, because I think Arc has been viable for so long. I don't think it's going to be ruined when 3.8 comes out, or at least I hope so. If it will be ruined, I'll just make an update video for you guys. in order to make sure that you guys can use it as a league starter. League starters, that's what we're going to be focusing on most. As soon as GGG Games, GGG Games? No, GG Games or GGG announces what the league is going to be, if they release any anything about the actual skill tree that's going to be implemented, I'm going to start working on builds for you guys to start the league with. And I hope that's something you guys are actually interested in. This is just a little video to show you guys what I'm up to. So for the next league, before it starts, we're going to make a couple of videos for builds, and I'm going to introduce the ideas of the 3.8 expansion, like what's going to be new, what's going to be important, what do I think is going to be the best way to make your currency this league. And obviously this league we focused on low tier maps, so what I do want to promise you, we're going to have at least a couple of endgame builds next league. I've taken 2.5 weeks off work from the 6th of September so that I can push out the content to you guys as quickly as possible, and I hope you guys will actually reward that with coming to see the streams we're going to stream around probably 10 hours a day at least, making videos as well, and just rushing through the content to make the videos that you guys always like to see. Regarding the start of next league, I'd like to ask you guys if you want to choose my starter build, or if you want me to choose a starter build based on all the new content that's released, what I think is best. But obviously join the Discord so we have a little bit of a conversation about that. Maybe ask me some questions about what I think is going to be one of the best league starters. Obviously there's going to be a league starter before the league starts on the channel, but during the first week we're going to build out on that content, because I want to check the content first before I recommend starters for you guys. I know that everyone wants to start right when the league starts, but let's be honest here, most people have to go to their jobs. They don't have the time to sit there and just work through the hours to make sure they know what the content is about and what's going to be viable for this league start. So I hope you stick with me through that, and if you would like to see it any other way, of course let me know in the comment section down below. So that's all I wanted to say for you guys today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys later. Eddie, out.